Google Chat onboarding. Today we're going to cover some terminology, how to access Google Chat, and some basics on how to use Google Chat. Some terminology. Google Chat, or Chat, is the app's name, so you'll hear it used interchangeably. A chat is a message that you post, and it can also reference a direct message. And as you notice above, it also references the app's name. A space is where a topical conversation happens. So specific people are invited to specific spaces, and Google Chat spaces also have shared files and tasks. Your team may or may not use those shared files and tasks, but they're there. And a space is also equivalent to a channel in another platform. And just to make things less confusing or more confusing, you can post chats inside a space. So there's that. But that's why we're doing terminology. Chat and space kind of end up getting used interchangeably, but there is a specific definition for what space means. It is a separate area where topical conversations happen. So you need a Google account to access Google Chat. So if you're a CP employee and you have an email address, you already have a Google account. If you're not a CP employee, then you have a Google account most likely if you've ever signed up for Gmail or Maps or YouTube, any of those. So your username and password that you use to sign into those products will be able to get you into chat as well. Then you'll need to share that username with your CP team staff leader so that they can add you to their spaces that they need you to be in. If you don't have a Google account, you can create one, and you don't actually have to create a Gmail account if you don't want to get into the whole Gmail thing. And the link will be in the description below on how you can do that. And if you have a copy of this slide, then you could click the link as well. How to access Google Chat. So you can get to Google Chat on a web browser at chat.google.com. You can also turn Google Chat on inside Gmail, whether you're on your computer or your phone, mobile device. And there's also a standalone chat app that you can install on a mobile device. Then you would use that Google account to log into it whenever you get there. So Gmail on a computer. So you do have to turn it on before you can start using it inside Gmail. And you do that by going to the settings button on the top right, that little gear icon. Then you click the See All Settings button, and then you would select the Chat and Meet tab. Click the little bubble next to Google Chat to turn it on, and then make sure you save your changes. And when you get back to your inbox, you will see a little chat icon on the left that now you have chat installed and turned on. Similarly, on your mobile device, before you can use chat in your side Gmail, you need to turn it on. So you go to your Gmail settings. It's usually the three bars, the hamburger menu icon. Android and Apple are slightly different, but get to your Gmail settings and scroll down and first of all, make sure you're in the right Gmail account that you're sharing with your team. So that will be displayed at the top. Then scroll down until you find the chat area and then click the little box next to chat. And then that will turn it on, and you'll see another chat icon at the bottom of the screen, as you can see in this little picture. So if you don't want to use Gmail, that's fine. You don't have to. You're not required to. You can install the Google Chat app on your phone instead, and there you can find that at the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, and that's the icon it looks like. So once you are in Google Chat, you have another little area to view, and you've got some navigation here. So you've got a home area, you've got a place where you can do direct messages, a place where you can see your spaces, and the new chat button that you can compose new things, new chats. Okay, using Google Chat. We're not going to go really far in depth. We're just going to give you some basics so that everybody kind of works it similarly. We all use it in the same way. So we're going to use separate spaces for different topics. We're going to use your direct messages for any one-on-one or group conversations. We're going to use threads. I'm going to go into all this a little later detail, but threads will help keep conversations together. Quotes in reply will help you respond to a specific chat or comment. And you can also @mention people. so that you can specify some stuff about them. And we can set up notifications per space, so every space doesn't have to have exactly the same. And then there's a home page, home view, where you can like overview all the chats. So let's start with direct messages. Direct messages are between one or more other people. So you want to start a chat message by clicking that big new chat button on the screen, and then you can enter the person's name or email address to start the message, and then you post your message. Spaces, they're equivalent to channels in other platforms. So you'll be invited to various spaces, and each space has a topic or a purpose. The name of the space usually identifies that topic, and then you're going to post and respond to chats in the appropriate space. And if you don't understand what the topic is of the space, then just ask. Threads. So a thread helps keep a conversation organized. So in a chat area, you could have a chat about like the idea here for an idea for meeting, followed by let's we like the color blue for the web page, and then another chat of let's like have I don't know, carpet in the sanctuary. And you can just have like just posts that are all mixed up, and then if somebody replies to their idea for the meeting under the carpet uh, post, then things get all mixed up. So in a thread, what you can do is you can highlight the thing that you want to reply to, and different people can reply directly to that chat and keep the conversation organized. It's a great idea to pretty much always try to reply in a thread, in a threaded manner, and it just helps keep everything organized, and other people understand exactly what you're responding to when you chat that way. To do that, you can right click if you're on a desktop, or press and hold if you're on a mobile, the original chat message, and then click reply in thread, and it'll open up another section. And you can see the little picture on the right. There's some ideas for the next meeting, and then the replies follow it below. Slightly different, but kind of has a good organizing effect as well, is what is called quote in reply. As you can see on the little picture on the side, somebody quoted the meet in the morning so we have donuts message, and they wanted to reply specifically to that one so that everybody else who read this section knew what they were commenting about. So to do that, you highlight the comment or the chat that you want to quote, and then you click the quote in reply on the menu that pops up, and then you put your reply in. At mentioning. So at mentioning is where you can highlight a person in your chat. You're either directing your message directly to them or about them. This also most likely will send them a notification that you have like flagged them or tagged them in this message, unless they've turned those notifications off, which you can do. So that's what at mentioning does. You start this by typing the at symbol, and then you follow that by the person's name or email address. List will usually show up, and then you select the person you want to use to at mention. Depending on your contact list and the different spaces and chats and things that you're involved in, you might have a extensive list, and you might have multiple contacts for the same person. So just slow down and be careful that you select the correct contact that you know is in this chat space with you. Okay, notifications. Each space allows you to select a different notification level. So you might want to have a all new messages notification for certain spaces, and then maybe on others you want just the main conversations to send you a notification, but you don't really need a notified for every person's threaded response. So select the one that makes most sense, and probably go in and change your notifications back down to main conversations if you feel like you're getting too many in a certain space. And then we have the home view. So the home view is just like your centralized dashboard. It shows you all your recent chats, your at mentions, anytime you've starred a chat so you can quickly get back to it. You can find those in your home menu. And there's also some filters at the top. You can see in this little picture, there's a way you can, if you just click that thread, it'll filter all of the messages to only the ones that have threaded replies in them. And then the other button is a toggle that turns off on and off whether you're going to see only your unread chats or all of your chats. So that's what that is about. And I think that's the basics on using Google Chat. And hopefully this will help us all get on the same page.